Hello, everyone. My name is Laura Faria. I am a security sales engineer at Cisco, and this is my mini how to get started with Cisco Secure Network Analytics. We've already set up a lot of the initial steps. So we already have the central management, the data store, the flow collector, and the flow sensor all in communication with one another. We've set up the DNS and the NTP settings as well, and we've done advanced configuration on all of the separate VMs. In this video, we're going to be adding a secondary manager, and we're going to configure that manager together. Okay, let's get started. So here we are under my dashboards, network security. And because in the last video, we set up the telemetry, the Cisco Telemetry Broker, we can actually start to see some flow collections that have taken place. And we can also see top applications being accessed. My threat widget hasn't graphed anything just yet, but we will see some stuff being graphed as we go along. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just hover over some of the information here, and I can actually go into my interfaces, so I can go into my monitor and interfaces and see more information about the flow that's been collected. So here I can see many interfaces that are now reporting net flow, which is great. And I can hover over them and get more information about the current utilization. So the average, the max, the threshold, etc. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into the account creation for my new manager. So let's go to my manager console. So I should be making sure I'm in the right place. Okay. And under the little three gears, I will look for user management. There we go. Okay. I want to go ahead and add and click on the actions button. So here in the little dial, I'm going to go ahead and hit edit. And for the full name user, admin user is fine. And let's just give an example address. Okay. And this is just going to create a generic account for the security ops team in order for them to be able to see the dashboard and make decisions for their SOC team. So let's go ahead and hit save. And under create, we'll create a user. So let's name this user SOC. The email will be soc@dcloud.local. Give it a credential, so some and under roles, I want to select um, web, and security analyst. Okay. That's what I wanted. Security analyst here. So power analyst and then security analyst. Okay. And we can hit save there. Okay. Looks like I have 2 users now. And next, I'm going to go ahead and do the SNA app installation. So this is going to make sure that the data by SNA can be added to the deployment as needed without the need for a full version upgrade. So we're going to install 2 SNA apps to be used later. So let's go into the SNA Central Management App Manager. So and under the Gear SNA Central Management App Manager. Okay. So there are no apps currently installed. Let's go ahead and hit browse. And we are going to go into the 2 apps. Open. Okay, let's hit browse and do that second application. We want to make sure we upload 1 file at a time, so we have to do this 2 separate times, 1 for each file. Okay, that one's been successfully added. Let's go ahead and do the second one. And now if we go to our home page, okay, that one's been added. Go back to our dashboards. We can actually see that. Let's refresh this. Under dashboards, it was very quick, but if you can see that there's actually been new dashboards that have been added to my dashboards. We'll look at those in a little bit. Okay, next, let's move on to SMTP. So we're going to enable SMTP to send alarms and scheduled reports via email. And so I'm going to go into my central management again. And I'm going to want to go into the management console and edit appliance configuration. Okay. In the appliance configuration, let's see, let's we will find SMTP. Oh, SMTP configuration. There we go. Okay. And let's enter the following values. So my SMTP server is 198.19.20.134. Under email from, we'll do SNA at FE training.local. And I'll do unencrypted. Apply settings. And yes, it's letting me know what I want to change. I will hit apply settings again. And just to make sure, we want to make sure that the server also, the SMTP server also allows that this management IP address to relay the mail through the server, right? So we want to make sure this change is done on my SMTP server as well. Okay. Now I am going to go into the archive and look at the archive hour. And so this is going to define the time of day when the data collection starts within the SNA. Okay, and so we are going to go into the Security Insights dashboard. So let's go back out. We'll go under Configure, and we will choose Domain Properties. Okay, let's hit Edit. And so we want it to be midnight. And so let's change the archive hour to 0 Eastern time. And so that's going to be midnight for anybody that is located in the East Coast, if that makes sense. All right, I'm going to hit save. And my changes have been taken place. So if you happen to live in another time zone, then you want to just do the math. So if you're in California, for example, you might want to choose you're 3 hours delayed. So you might want to choose like 8 p.m. Eastern, which will be your midnight. Is that right? We're 3 hours ahead. So you might want to choose 3 a.m. Eastern, which would be your midnight. I apologize. I went the other way. Okay. All right. Now that we have that, let's go into the SNMP in order to export that configuration for backup. So go into the management console and we'll go into the configure exporters. Okay, exporter and SNMP profiles. Then we're going to add a new profile. Add new on the right-hand side. The name, we'll call it standard V2 string version 2C, and my port 161. Perfect. We want to poll every 60 minutes, and the community is going to be called Super Secret. Okay, everything looks good. Let's hit save. And you've successfully saved your changes. Great. Normally, you want to pull what for longer periods than this. So you can see the default SNMP is 270 minutes. That's normally what you want to use. Since this is a demo environment, I want to pull every 60 minutes so I can get more exports. Okay. And that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Next, if you wanted to follow along, we're going to go over how to configure host groups. So thank you and catch you in the next one.